Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigvald here and welcome back to another video. Imagine talking for 8 minutes and watching at the camera and having a mindful conversation to your subscribers only to realize you didn't hit the record button. Couldn't be me. But yeah, take 2, let's go. So we have here, first of all, a Batman Ninja team fight against Boss API, and we don't have Beta Club on Batman Ninja Catwoman. We instead have the Joker S Batrangs, which are at this point I think at level 8. We have level 6 Dark Metal cards and level 3 Hand of Zatanna for the passive stats. And they're going to deal a decent chunk of damage, so basically how the Dark Metal cards are going to go is that they put me at 4 fast attack hits, which is already amazing because that's double the hits we normally deal, so that's double the damage on basic attack hits and also much faster stacking of lethal attack damage. At the same time, they are going to poison the enemy after you use a special, and while they are poisoned they are going to receive increased damage based on the damage we deal on basic attack hits, and the Batman Ninja team does insane damage on basic attack hits. So at this point, since we also have lethal and crits, the numbers on the Batman Ninja team are going to be in 99% of the cases red. So it's safe to assume the bigger values that you see that are not red are going to be the Joker S Batrangs values. Now, in the previous video, some of you asked why the Dark Metal card's not working, and why is the Manta, because I was using it on Manta at that point, not doing crits on every single value of his hits. Well, because the Joker S Batrangs are going to do their damage as kind of a separate value. That's not going to be something that's a basic attack hit over there, but something that's determined by the damage I do on basic attack hits, and it's a separate value. And it is not directly affected by crit chance and crit damage, it is indirectly affected by crit chance and crit damage because those apply to the hit that triggers it. The reason why Beta Club is so broken is that it has double scaling, because your hits is also affected by crit chance and crit damage and lethal attack chance, and then also the dot value is going to be affected, so you get double scaling on that. This doesn't have double scaling though, it's still very strong. And yeah, if I had a full time, I think I could have done quite a decent amount of damage with this, and I haven't used the Beta Club on Batman Ninja Catwoman specifically in a while because I'm using Grodd plus Brainiac usually, but that's quite close to the value that we usually deal with the Beta Club. And I think we could have gotten all the way to 800 mil if we had all the time there. So keep in mind that we are in Dark Knight Soul Raid, so we also get the benefit of getting the passive attack from the Joker S Batrangs. Now another fight where we have the Joker S Batrangs is gonna be a cleanup fight against Harley. She has very little amount of health, so there's no way I'm not gonna have the damage to kill her. So I just went for convenience here, putting Power Girl and Silver Green Lantern. We're going to have to inflict burning effect on her because she's got high defense, so that's still going to have to be a thing there. Another special 2 in there. Another special 2 in there. Just keep applying the poison, keep applying the burning. I messed up a bit there, so we're going to have to slow things down and pick up the pace with a few stuns. I'm not gonna inflict burning on her anymore because I lost it first of all because of a mistake, and we would have to stack it from 0. And at the same time, I don't think I really need to at this point considering her amount of health, so I think we're going to be better off just playing it safe, and it should be enough to kill her. There we go, she was a little bit of a struggle, but not as much as I was expecting. Now to the big man himself, Heroic 6 Benlevs. We're going to start off the fight with the Benlevs team plus Deathstroke plus Horrific Scarecrow. I could have started off with the Kim Flans Aquaman plus Raven team, and that might have had a pretty good chance to one-shot him, but at the same time, if that didn't one-shot him, then it would have created some problems for us, and we would have lost so much more fights. So I'd rather go the safe route and maybe, worst case scenario, waste one fight because maybe this team was not needed and I could one-shot, then waste a few other fights, assuming the Kim Flans Aquaman Raven will one-shot, because once you use that team, if he doesn't one-shot, then it will deal a pretty significant amount of damage. Maybe leave him at half health or something like that, and then the Deathstroke plus Benlevs team will do no damage, because there's not that much health to percentage health out of. So I have Nora Snow Globe on Deathstroke, and we're going to have Sword of Salvation on Bellum Blast for power generation, and Dark Metal cards at level 6 on Horrific Scarecrow. I don't expect the clones are going to have a great time here, and yeah, we get hit by the famous specialty of Bellum Blast. Who doesn't love it? Oh boy, something that's long ranged, you can't dodge, you can dodge if you tag out. If you tag out at the right time and you don't get hit by the first 2 parts of it, you can dodge it. But that's not gonna be pretty reliable for the clones though, because if they tag out, they die. So yeah, not gonna be a great time, especially for the clones. And look, I'm going to use here Raven with Confluent Sakomen with Beta Clubs. Is not gonna be the most free-to-play friendly experience, but if you are looking for some advice, some themes to use against this dude with minimal resources, don't worry, we're going to get tomorrow into the video on my secondary account, where I only use Confluent Sakomen with Nora Snow Globe and some garbage themes. And Raven 3-star plus Joker League of Anarchy, boy, that did not go well. See how I still have bad memories with that. But yeah, that's gonna be in tomorrow's video, most likely, so stay tuned for that one. And I think, at the very least for the free-to-play side of things, this boss might actually be the hardest boss in the game, to an extent. Like, I think I had the most trouble with him, and I felt like I got outplayed so many times by him. I think it's mostly because of him having the Joker AI, and because of that special to him, because you have to move around for the hazard lot. I don't know if you had more problems fighting any final boss. I'm not necessarily saying in terms of how much time it took you to fight him, because Raven might take more time to fight, because she just it removes your crit chance and crit damage, but Raven is not that difficult as a fight itself. That was it for the first fight. Now moving on to the next one, we're going to have the Confluent Sakomen plus Raven. Raven's gonna have Sword of Sin at level 10, because I just didn't feel like we need more passive stats, and Sword of Sin is going to constantly power drain him as we do specials. It's for convenience purposes. Confluent Sakomen is gonna have the Beta Club, and Dr. Fate is gonna have the level 6 Dark Metal cards in order to give us some passive stats. And we're going to basically do our best to kill him as soon as possible, because I don't want to deal with that Venom bullshit, and I don't want to worry about my characters dying to it. So we're going to try to kill him as soon as possible. We have 2 special 2s in there. Special 1 for darkness stacks. We should start seeing some decent values at this point. 5 darkness stacks, I think 3 on Confluent Sakomen passive. There we go, we're seeing 16 mil dot damage. Jump attack again, special 2. I'm going to block there into another Raven Taggin, special 1. Also, something I noticed, and I'll talk about it a little bit more on the next one, but just a little bit of an advice. As far as I remember, if Confluent Sakomen dies and revives, he's no longer affected by the Joker's Venom on the ground. So use that information as you may. Our jump attack, and yeah, it's gonna be over for my dude here. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and do you think we got Battle Laughs? As usual, nope, no legendary. Just my luck, but yeah, goodbye.